All right, this is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to test our DAG. In this video, we will test our DAG functionality by performing failover and failback. Means we will activate passive copies, use passive copies, and then we will fail back. Means the passive copies will become active copies. And we will also simulate a server failure. Currently, as you can see, our three databases, employees, executives, and public folder, they have active copies on EX1 and passive copy on EX2. We can see details here over here. Passive copy on EX2, healthy, no issues at all. Queue length is also 0. Same thing for our executives DB, healthy, and employees DB also. Same thing. Passive copy on EX2, active copy on EX1. We will use two recipients in this testing, administrator and Asif Iqbal. They have mailboxes in different database, one in executives and one in employees. Right now, I logged in on this machine as Asif Iqbal and I started Outlook. Asif has a mailbox under employees DB. And what I would like to do first, just to check basic email functionality to make sure everything is well. Yeah, and let's do something which is, let's send an email to administrator. Administrator mailbox is inside executives DB database, and Asif mailbox is inside employees DB database. This is the computer where I logged in as an administrator. So I start my Outlook here. And yes, the mail is there. So good. Email functionality, basic email functionality is working fine. And this is what I wanted to test. So I would like to reply Asif message. So let me type a short message here. During your database, employees, so employees DB, Switchover. Good. So before sending this message, I would like to go to Exchange Admin Center and show you one thing. If I go to servers, you see there is an option called server switchover. This if you want to do a complete server switchover. For example, in my case, if I go to server switchover, it will switch over all active database copies running on EX1 to server EX2. This is good if you want to switch over all active database copies to another server, but in my case, I want to switch over just one database, which is employees DB. So I will go to under database and I will select activate. I'm activating passive copy. While it's in progress, I will go back to Outlook and send this message. So let's see what happens. Keep this in mind, Asif Iqbal mailbox is inside the database, which is in the process of failover or switching. Okay, good. Great. I received an email. So switchover has been done and no interruptions at all. And yep. Now an active copy on EX2. and Asif is using his mailbox normally, using Outlook 2016. So let's reply this message to administrator, and this time we will switch over executive DB, where mailbox of administrator resides. And again, before sending this message, I will go to Exchange Admin Center and I will switch over or activate database copy which is on EX2. As you can see, currently it's active on EX1. So I will activate passive copy. So the copy on EX2 will be active. So while it's in the process, let's send this email. And let's switch to administrator's Outlook. You see down there, there's some slight disconnection here. And yep, now it's online. Let's do send and receive. Not yet, not yet. All right, yes. And we receive an email. It took a little while it was performing switch over for executives DB. It could be because executives DB have, you know, large mailboxes. It's a lab environment, but not bad. Just a slight delay, and it was fine. Let's do this for public folders DB also. Let me activate on EX2, and while it's doing that, okay, I think it's in the process of switchover. Let me click again, and yes, good. Just a slight delay while it was switching over, and I got my public folders. So good, excellent. As you can see now all my three databases, employees DB, executives DB, and public folder DB, are active on EX2, and EX1 is having a passive copy. Yeah, and it's all healthy now. QLand is also 0. Good. So far, so good. Switchover works well. Okay. Now what? Now our database is on EX2. And I told you we will simulate server failure. We will simulate EX2 failure. But before that, I would like to show you something. If you remember, we set up round robin in one of earlier videos when we were preparing DAG setup. Round robin is basically the DNS for client access service proxy. So if I ping our namespace here from this machine, which is running Windows 10, it's resolving to 202, which is basically EX1. But from this machine, the same thing is pinging to 203, right? That goes to EX2. So basically two different clients, both being redirected, or you have to say load balanced, to two different servers, as the host record exists for both of them. And client access proxy service is working well through DNS round robin so far. So now what I would like to do is simulating failure. Now all our active database on EX2. So what I will do, I will switch off. I will do hard shutdown of EX2 and see what will happen. This could be one of a scenario, right? Then it's possible. It's always possible, right? And good. I switched off EX2. Okay. Until now, changes are not reflected uh, in admin center. I need to refresh. And we will also see what's happening at the client side. So let's refresh. Take time. And if I switch to client side on Windows 10 machine, okay, my mailbox is accessible. And on Windows 8.1, write down all contents. Let's see, it's disconnected, which is the executives DB. And now it appeared. Good, good, awesome. So even in case of a server failure, it worked. And see over here, now it's deflecting. Now all three databases are active on EX1, and for the EX2 status is unknown. And of course it will be unknown because we switched it off, right? So great, excellent. We simulated failure of a server which was active, and as you can see, our client are still connected. And copies and all the copies which were passive on EX1 now became active for all three of our databases which we configured for DAG. And now I'm on Windows 10 machine. This was served by EX1, still namespace pingable, but this machine was served by EX2 and it's down. And this is the problem in round robin, you have to refresh. I don't recommend using DNS round robin in production environment, to be honest. It's okay as long as your both servers are running, or doesn't matter if you have more than one servers. If they are running, it's fine. But if you have a failure, then round robin can create lots of problems. That's why Microsoft strongly recommends use load balancer, hardware or virtual. So I flush the cache, and this time when I ping, yep, this time we got the right one, but I had to flush the cache. So let's send an email. What about testing a few things? Okay, let me just check over here. Check over there. Yeah, it's online. Let's send an email to our Asif. Okay, and I will. Good. Send. You can see mail is still in outbox. Let's do send receive. Still in outbox. Okay. If you recall, this machine was served by client access proxy through EX2, which is down. Now I switch to Windows 10 machine with Outlook 2016. This machine was served by Search for client access proxy by EX1, which is still up. So let's send a message. Well, it's gone. So is it delivered to administrator? Let's see. Okay, it's gone. The message is gone from outbox. And yeah, good. Great. So this machine got a slight delay, some reason, but it's working fine. Now I received message, and the message that I sent earlier, it's gone from outbox. So Asif must have gotten that. Yes, see, now this message is there in Asif's mailbox. So great. So what I did now, what I'll do, I'll power it on EX2. Okay. So I turn on EX2. EX2 is back, but it will take a while to start services. You know, Exchange always takes a while. Still unknown. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes and we'll try again. State is still unknown. So it will take time to initialize everything. Meanwhile, I switch back to clients just to make sure. Let's send one more email just to make sure everything is fine. Send outbox, gone from outbox. Let's switch to Asif. Yeah, there it is. Great. From executives to employees DB received. Good. All contents are available. I can access it. Let me reply to this message. Send. And it's gone from outbox. Let me switch over to administrator mailbox. And yeah, this time it's so quick. Good. So let's refresh here again. Still unknown. And one thing also very silly here, that under the status column, there is nothing, though all databases are mounted on EX1. Let's just wait. All right, good. Healthy. Let's refresh one more time to see copy Q length. Okay. Yes, it's healthy. Q length is also 0. Healthy for executives and healthy for public folders. But ironically, I cannot see mounted status under the status column. I think it's a bug of a display of this GUI of Admin Center. Databases are working fine, our emails are working fine. If it's not mounted, how can we access our mailboxes, right? And it's showing it's active on EX1. So I think what I will do, I will simply, I will rather close Exchange Admin Center and open again. And good. Log in. Come on, come on, come on. Go to servers, databases, and oop, yeah. See, it's just I don't know, some bug or something, but everything is well. Databases are mounted, copies are healthy, active copy on EX1, passive copy on EX2, all synced. So great. So we have tested DAG functionality and it works very well. While both servers are running, we can easily switch copies, and at that time user will barely notice anything. Then we also simulated a server failure. That time there is a slight delay. However, that's absolutely manageable. It wasn't that much. Uh, for sure, I will not recommend DNS round robin in production environment. I will suggest use a load balancer. Hardware or virtual, it's your call, but only layer 4 or load balancer is enough. You don't need layer 7 load balancer like Exchange 2010 because basically it's all here. It's just proxying, proxy connections up to layer 4. So this is it. We have tested our deck successfully and we succeeded. Please do subscribe to my channel, and I would like to thank you for watching, and I would like to see you in another video.